Hey guys, I'm Zoë Weiner, Well+Good Senior Beauty Editor, and this is Zoë Tries It All. Today, I'm at Peachy in Brooklyn, which is a wrinkle prevention studio where I'm about to get preventative Botox. In this episode, you'll get a chance to see exactly what this type of appointment looks like and also get all of your most basic Botox questions answered. Let's do this. I would estimate that I've gotten probably 8 or 9 Botox treatments in my lifetime, but this is only my second time at Peachy. In the past, I've gone to dermatologists and plastic surgeons, and the experience was completely different. What I love about Peachy, opposed to some of the other experiences that I've had, is that it feels like a really collaborative process where I really get to work with my practitioner to decide what I want. And their goal is really to keep my face looking as natural as possible so I still look like me, but also to give me the results that I want as far as my wrinkles go. I'm here with Megan, who's the medical director of Peachy, which is a Botox, and how would you describe it? A Botox studio, but it's more than that.
Yeah, so we are actually a scientifically backed wrinkle prevention studio. So our whole goal is to maintain your natural appearance while softening your wrinkles.
I love that. And that feels very different than the traditional conversation around Botox, which
Definitely.
I mean, I feel like before I learned more / started getting Botox, I thought that it was inject, freeze your face, you will look different forever. And that's not true, correct?
That's not true, exactly, no. Botox is most effective, when used as a preventative tool. So you can soften those wrinkles while still maintaining your natural appearance, still being able to move the face and express, and that's really the whole goal here.
So talk to me a little bit about kind of how it works and what wrinkles it works best with and the preventative model with the wrinkle life cycle.
So there are 2 types of wrinkles. So we have dynamic wrinkles. Those are the wrinkles you see when you're moving your face. Exactly, so that furrow, raising the brows. And then over time, that creasing of the skin transitions into static wrinkles, or the wrinkles you see at rest. So the whole goal is to stop that progression from dynamic to static.
And so just to confirm, Botox is great, it can do a lot, but you still need a good skincare routine on top of it.
Definitely. So the 3 most data-driven methods for wrinkle prevention are Botox, sunscreen, we love sunscreen, and then prescription retinoids. But of course, washing your face, keeping it hydrated with things like hyaluronic acid, all of those are just as important. Botox is just affecting it in a different way.
And it feels a little bit like the conversation with Botox is changing.
It shouldn't be a scary thing. Our whole goal here is to make it approachable. We want to be as transparent as possible, and we want to make it part of your routine, exactly like you said. I kind of describe it, like getting a facial. You're taking care of your skin just like you're taking care of your wrinkles. There's no negative effect that can happen from starting Botox. So say you do it, you don't love it, stopping it, you'll have no negative effect from that. You return to your baseline when the Botox completely wears off. Botox is just a protein, so I think this scary surrounding it is really just starting to fall away, which is great.
Botox is confusing. There are a lot of misconceptions, myths, things that people just do not understand out there. So we're gonna do a little Botox true or false.
Love it.
To see what's legit and what's not.
Yeah, let's go.
First question, Botox is only for people who are a certain age.
Myth. Wrinkle prevention can happen at any age. It's more so related to those dynamic and static wrinkles.
Botox is not for people who are afraid of needles.
Myth. Our goal is, the client's journey to be as comfortable as possible.
Botox hurts.
Myth. Everyone's pain tolerance is a little bit different, but again, we're doing everything to keep you as comfortable throughout the process.
Botox will permanently freeze my face.
Myth. Our goal here at Peachy is to retain that natural muscle movement. Again, everyone's goals are different, so we will take those movement goals into account.
Once you start with Botox, that's it. You're stuck. You have to do it forever.
Myth. You can stop whenever. The wrinkle process will just pick up where it left off once you stop the Botox.
I'll be bruised after my Botox appointment.
Half myth. Always a chance of bruising with injections, but we take a lot of steps to avoid that.
Every Peachy appointment starts with a consultation, and that involves taking 4 pictures, 1 with me making no expression at all, and then 3 of me making a smile, a furrow, a surprised face, so that my practitioner can see what my wrinkles are doing. As a returning client, they can compare these photos to what my wrinkles looked like the last time I came in, which is pretty cool. From there, my practitioner and I will sit down and decide kind of what I want, what I need, what changes I'd like to make and what I'm seeing. In the past, I've only ever gotten Botox in my forehead, in my glabella, or my 11 lines, which are the lines between my eyebrows. Today, I'm gonna talk to my practitioner about potentially getting it on my crow's feet, which are the lines around my eyes, because I've noticed some new dynamic wrinkles there that are maybe starting to bother me a little bit.
How was everything with our last treatment?
It was great. I loved it. Loved the way I looked, and it lasted, it's now been 6 months, but it lasted, I would say, like almost 4.5 before I started to get a little wrinkly again.
Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to hear. All right, so based on those scores and based on that treatment that we did last time, this is our proposed treatment plan today. So the muscle groups we're looking at here, so these green little dots, these are our smile lines. The gray dots here between the brows, that's your glabella, so that's that furrowing facial expression. And then the blue we have up here is the forehead, so that's your brows raising. Those little circles are treatment points, and then the number inside is just the dosage going into that point. So pretty similar to what we did last time, especially if you liked those results, then I definitely want to stick with that. And then you had mentioned possibly treating the smile lines today. So just based on those photos, we do have a little bit of dynamic activity, so you are a candidate, but again, it's very much up to you.
After we decide what my treatment plan is gonna look like, I will ice the areas that are about to get injected, and then it's time to go under the needle.
So your only job is to close your eyes and go to your happy place. So you'll always feel me either squeezing or pulling down on the skin, and then just a little poke right after.
I don't think it hurts that much. I have a pretty high pain tolerance. I've got tattoos and have been getting Botox for a while, but some spots definitely pinch a lot more than others. Around the hairline in particular, it hurts more than like down here, but I don't know. Every time is different, and it totally depends on whose hands are on the needle. You know how they say bikini waxes hurt less the more you do them? Is this like that? Like, am I used to it by now?
I think you just know the results, and that takes some of the anxiety and the pain away. Last one. You're done. Gonna get some alcohol on there, and we are good to go. No bleeding, so no bruising.
Cool.
Love that. For the next 24 hours, try to avoid alcohol and exercise, and no laying down for 4 hours.
That's like no exercise, no laying down is different. Okay.
No laying down, yes.
Okay.
Doctor's orders, no exercise today.
After the injections are done, I get to hang out with an ice pack for a little while and ice my face. This helps some of the bumps which pop up after the injections go down. It helps to prevent bruising and just makes me look normal when I walk out of here. And I'm actually not gonna see any results immediately after the appointment. It takes about 2 weeks for them to fully set in. I got Botox for the first time right around when I turned 27, which was almost 4 years ago. As most practitioners will tell you, there's no right or wrong age. It's more about what your wrinkles look like. And for me, the decision really came about because I would look in the mirror, I would see my wrinkles, and they bothered me. And I think Botox is a really personal decision. It's 100% up to you. I think as with any beauty practice, do what makes you feel good. In the case of my facial wrinkles, that was Botox. I think the conversation on Botox has really started to change, where it used to feel like you were going into a plastic surgeon's office to get this extreme change in your face. Now it really feels like skincare upkeep, like a routine maintenance type of thing for anyone who might want to change the progression of their wrinkles. Places like Peachy have popped up that have made the treatment feel super accessible, super easy, pretty not scary. And a lot of Botox practitioners are able to inject you but still keep your face looking natural, which means I don't have to worry about that weird frozen look. And that is something that I think has really contributed to this changing conversation and this idea that Botox really can be thought of as skincare maintenance. I'm a big believer that the decision to get Botox is an incredibly personal one. For me, I like it as a way to prevent wrinkles, and that does not mean it takes the place of a solid skincare routine. I still use SPF, I still use retinoids. I really see Botox as a little bit of a tune-up in a place where I personally feel like I need it. If you have questions about Botox or wrinkle prevention, I hope that all of this helped clear some of those up. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. I'll see you next time on Zoë Tries It All.